Welcome everybody back to Boostinmotion, and today I got to give you guys an update. I did not purchase Michelin tires, and I'm going to tell you why. I looked all across the internet trying to find the best budget tires, and Michelin's are not the best budget tires. Anyways, so I'm looking for an all-season tire. So bye-bye Pilot Sports, Super Sports, all of those, PS4s, whatever. I'm not looking for a summer tire. I live in Brooklyn, New York. 2, I don't really care for mileage warranty, not necessarily, because I'm not driving on the highway. So some of you may drive on the highway long distances. I don't drive on the highway at all. I'm all city, and I mean city. I'm talking about if you've ever been to a rural city area where it's really small, I don't need it. I don't care about that, period. 3, some snow. I live in the snow. In Brooklyn, New York, we experience all weathers. So I need to have decent all-season tire. The next thing, price. Michelin's are just too expensive. Now I looked at Bridgestones, looked at Continentals, I looked all across the spectrum. And I'm talking about from cheap tires like Westlakes, even Nankings and these tire brands, and even then looking at the reviews. And this is what I want to talk about with you guys. Reviews are very, very, very important. Because a tire could look good on paper, but once you know who drives it and they put the review up on what problems they ran into, that lets you know if the tire is a good tire. So it came down to me looking at a few of like a Goodyear brand, all season brand, like a Demarius or something like that, and Barum, and what was the other brand I was considering? I forgot what it was, but I didn't choose it. So it came down to like Demarius and Barum. Yeah, like what the hell is Barum? Well, Barum is the tire I chose. Barum used to be owned by Michelin, and then Continental took over them. So if you ever look at Barum's site and just look up Barum, it used to be owned by Continental. If you look at the construction of the tire, it looks very similar to Continental tires too. It's a UK brand. I looked up a lot of reviews, a lot. I looked extensively on the internet. There's not much in the US, but a lot of them are overseas because that's when they do most of their market, everything at. And they look like a decent budget brand tire, or at least upper high performance tire. Because I didn't just choose Barum, I chose the, bear with me guys, I got the tire right in front of me. It's called the Bavarius 3HM. That is their like high performance budget tire. So let's just go to the construction tire so I can just talk about it for a bit. Flaming. So I got Barum tires. I went with a 250/540 R19 XL. Now briefly, before I even get into like the tire itself, let's talk about what these numbers mean. 255, that is a measurement in millimeters. So that's from here to here. That's the tread face measurements in millimeters. From here to here, guys. So whenever you see 255, that is in millimeters for the tread face. The second number everyone thinks is a measurement in millimeters. No, it is not. It is a percentage of this number. So you take 40% of 255, and that is going to determine your side wall height right here, from here to here. So 255 in millimeters, what is 40% of that? That's whatever the side wall height is going to be. Okay, now the next number is radial. Okay, the next number after that is 19 inch. I went with it came with an XL, so that XL means extra load. So usually it has a bit more plies in it or steel belts in it that it could take a bit more extra weight than possible. Now these two numbers you see often too. This is the speed rating Y, and this is the load index, how much this tire should be able to hold at a certain PSI. So 100 is about I think that's about 2,000 or 1,900 pounds on this one tire, depending on whatever the load is, and Y is 186 miles an hour. This is speed rated too. BSW means black side wall, and I don't know what that other number or whatever the case might be. So another thing I want to talk about is, from what I know, is the tire is relatively light. It's about 26 to 27 pounds, which is relatively light for this tire size. A run flat will probably run you about 35 pounds to 40 pounds. This is a non-run flat tire. It has thick tread blocks, so it should give you decent cornering on the shoulders here. It has a nice thick block going down the middle, so it should have decent dry traction. But another few things is they said that this tire performs really good in the wet. The reason being is they have these little individual sipes that cut into the tread block. Now, even though this is a directional tire, because there is an outside and inside, whenever you see that, know that the tire is supposed to be mounted a certain way for optimal performance. I'm trying to find the outside for you guys. Oh, there you go. It says inside, right? So this will be inside towards the inside of the car, and this will be the outside, right? Now, that means this tire can either go in this direction or this direction. But it's still a directional tire because it has a best mounting side that it's supposed to go to. But anyway, when it goes into these sipes, it looks like they have nicely decent laser cut sipes. And they actually, the water will go in there and groove and then come into the channels and then find its way out. So I like the siping for it. Another thing that I read in the reviews is that it's a decently quiet and comfortable tire. And this composite of this tire is nice and soft. But understand, when you have a nice and soft feeling tire, they sometimes could be more prone to blowouts from the sidewalls. Okay, or they maybe not necessarily blowouts, but they could have punctures easy to the sidewall because there's not much belting or protection in the sidewall. But because this is an extra low, they probably put a bit more extra plies to prevent that. But I don't necessarily know what's gonna happen in this case. But another thing I want to teach you guys that not a lot of people know about is, you see how these sipes, this one goes like halfway through. That's the difference of a high quality and a low quality tire. A high quality tire usually would have those sipes go all the way down to like the last, to the end of the tread block. The reason being is, when you have the sipes cut down really low, it keeps the water performance throughout the life of the tire. But when it's cut halfway through it, that means you're only going to be performing the best at the start, but at the end the tire performance is going to dwindle. In this case, with this sipe, it's only cut about halfway through. Now, what I do like here is, if you look at the bigger siping on the two shoulder blocks, it actually goes a lot lower, damn near to the bottom. I don't know if I can zoom in here for you guys. Let's see if we get the light up. It goes to the bottom. So the wet performance of this tire in the two tread blocks, these two tread blocks here, are gonna stay at a really good, you're still gonna have good wet performance with these tires when it has low tread depth. Same thing. Now for the outer shoulders, it looks like they go pretty low too, once again, which I also like. So you still keep the siping. The siping's still really good on the cornering and everything. This is all the way down to the middle. But I like the way they look. I like the reviews. I like everything about them. All I gotta do is get them on the car and give y'all my review. And if it's a good brand, I'm gonna tell y'all yay. If it's terrible, I'm gonna tell y'all no. Because this may be another budget tire that everyone needs to look into. Because the Firehawks, I believe the Firestone Firehawks, whatever the case might be, is a really inexpensive summer tire. It's literally almost as good as the Michelin tires. Not as good, but almost as good. But at like half or a third of the price. Just saying. But once again, guys, that I chose this tire. Hopefully the next video I'm gonna have these installed, and I'm gonna give you my reviews on how the car just feels. All right, I do appreciate y'all for following me, just talking about this and giving this brief update. Sorry for getting all technical and everything. Some of y'all appreciate that, some of y'all don't. Y'all just want to see the car, but I just want to document my path towards what I'm doing, because I know y'all gonna want to pick wheels, tires, strut bars, rear sway bars, exhaust, downpipes. I'm gonna want to do some of these common mods, so I'd rather just share my experience with y'all so y'all could just know what to do. So if you're new to the channel, if you follow me to this point, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you're an old subscriber, I thank you so much. Please go check out my my wheel video about me getting the cheapest wet sports in America. There's a promotional code I have at the end on the site that I bought the wheels from, and you're gonna get 8% off your next wheel purchase. Okay, this is something I worked out for all my subscribers, that will stay there for as long as I try to let it stay there. Please, I'm not getting no money from it at all, period. I don't own that company, but they're willing to work me because I want to give back to y'all for just subscribing to me and just hanging out with me and being with me along this journey. All right, guys, so do appreciate y'all very much. Y'all have a great day. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.